It's now been 3 weeks since we've set out our trap line on public land. To say the least, it hasn't been the most productive despite a local biologist indicating the area was overrun with predators. Is it our trapping skills or is it the area? I'm really not sure, but we did end up catching this little measly possum that we turned into a possum burger. But we're doing our daily trap check and we're bringing you guys along for a good old trapline vlog. Also in today's video, we're going to be giving away a complete trapping set, one that I saw at Cabela's. I made videos about before on some of my short form content. Make sure to stay tuned because somewhere in the video, I'm going to give you the exact details on how to win that set. I'll go ahead and tell you to subscribe and turn on bell notifications because that's definitely part of the giveaway. Dog proof has not been touched. We finally remembered to put that golf ball in there, so that keeps mice and little rodents out away from stealing our bait. Definitely a must out here because our dog proofs have been robbed like every other night out here. Last time we come out here, there was a white van back here, so I'm kind of checking to see if we got any animals today, and I just want to make sure that nobody stole our traps. Okay, I see one of our dog proofs. Golf ball's gone. Our dog proof has not been stolen. That's good news. Once again, our bait is gone. Did we not put a golf ball in this one? I thought we did too. And I'm gonna let John rebait this one for me. Coming upon our second trap. This is the only trap that we have caught anything in thus far. Right there's a trap. Has not been set off. Try not to mess with these as much as possible. But we do have to come check them every single day. That is the law. Plus, I think it's the right thing to do anyway because you don't want animals out here chilling for 3 days or even longer in a trap. This one's been set off, John. I don't see anything in it. We've definitely got one set off though. All right, we're just gonna leave it right there, try to keep it covered up. I'm terrible for driving different vehicles every time we come out to check the traps, so I don't always have all my stuff. That's definitely the deal today. I know there's one other trap, John, that we have to reset that was set off last time, and we didn't bring our stuff again today. So we're gonna have to do a better job with that because if we don't have traps set out here, they're not gonna catch anything. But we do have one other thing to set out here today that actually don't require any bait. And something we've had a lot of luck on here in recent weeks. Stay tuned for that one. I'll be honest with you, this has been a lot tougher out here than what I anticipated. We were actually charged by a local biologist to come out here and trap this area because predators are just so overrun. So either one, he was capping, or two, my trapping skills just suck. I'll be honest with you, my foothold game is not strong. Snare game, pretty strong. John come over here to check the trap. He's hollering at me. We might have something or something might be going on. I don't know. Oh boy, oh boy. Something's definitely been digging. That's a huge hole, John.
I know.
What in the world? I never done that. Well, right here's the trap. As you can see, it's pretty muddy, but something's definitely been messing with our bait hole. I think we probably just leave it. What do you think?
I think so.
Well, we have no choice because we have no bait. We have no bait to rebait it, but dadgum, that hole was clean way down in there. I'm gonna leave that alone. Something's definitely been messing with that though. That's a positive sign. All right, we didn't catch anything. I have good hopes about this. And the last trap of the day has not been touched. I've got one snare here that I want to set out. John, do you see any trails? We got one trail up here that we kind of like what we see. So we have a couple traps set in this area. We got one way over there and one way up in there. And right here is a really wore out trail. You can see that. It might not be as obvious on camera, but what I'm thinking is we're going to set a snare right here in this area. This is probably the most narrow point of this whole thing. And I think right here would be a great place to catch a coyote or a bobcat or something like that. I'm sure deer and other things use this as well. This is also a little bit more off the trail. Again, I don't want people coming down here and finding my traps or finding my animals that I'm wanting to harvest and then just be like, well, I want to shoot it myself. So I think we're gonna set a snare up right here. Looks like a good spot. Get to it. Got these handy dandy stakes, man. These have been a game changer. John can attest to that. John's the one having to film all this stuff, so he knows how long it takes me. Basically, we can just put this at whatever height we want to. I think that right there would be just right. We're gonna take one of our wolf fang stakes right here. These stakes have been very good. This is the first year I've ever used these, and I've been pretty pleased with them. And I have boiled these snares in baking soda water. Just takes off some of the shine. You can see that. This is actually a little bit shiny, and this is a lot more dull. Just gonna put this anchor right here on this stake. Fits in there just like that. Find us a spot for it. I'm gonna put it about right there. We're gonna drive her down in there real solid. Oh, that ain't coming out. That's a good sign. Here's the part that's a little tricky when you don't have a stake. Getting it the right height and getting it to stay up the way you want it to. We got a little spring that comes on these snares, and these are called micro lock snares. They're actually snares. I know there's a lot of conflict between cable restraints and snares, whatever, but these are actually called snares. So that looks a little far out. Let me actually take that off and wrap this around once, right on the spring. That right there looks pretty good, and we can adjust this ever how we need to adjust it. Adjust it back. That's probably what, John, 8 or 9 inches off the ground. That is about hand width. That's what you want right there, folks. That looks pretty good. You don't want to brush it in too much to make it look unnatural, but I am going to put a little bit right here. If you talk to 13 different trappers, you're going to get 13 different answers, all right? So you just have to do what works for you. This has worked for me, and by golly, this is what I'm going to keep doing. You'll find that it works for you. Maybe you won't, but I feel pretty good about that. Dadgummit, that looks pretty good. What do you think? Give me some feedback. What do you think?
It's the best snare you set.
That's the best one I've ever set. It looks pretty freaking good. All right there's the snare set. I think it looks pretty good. You guys can give me some feedback on it. Tried to disguise this over here just a little bit where you can't see the wires much. I just laid that stick on it, but I think it looks pretty good. Hopefully catch one on that. That is all on trapline number 2. We have to go back and check trapline number 1. We've been having a ton of action out there. Hopefully we got some today. And if not, you're more than likely going to be seeing us catch something in this video. And looky what we got here. We got us a big old coon. Trying to act like I don't see him. Trying to hide underneath that root. I think you're going to join us for dinner tonight. What do you think about that, bud? He's got a pretty good grip on his arm, though. I think he's not going anywhere. He's just chillaxing now. Usually with these guys, I try to go for a headshot. That's incredibly messy. We're not wanting to make that big of a mess today, so we're just going to go for the lungs. It's easier to hit, so that's what we're going to do. How am I supposed to shoot him looking like that? That's the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. Way less messy than a headshot, but I'm making John carry him out. Oh my boys, we got us a yoke today, folks. This is my first one ever. I've never trapped a coyote before. This is my first one. He or she is a beaut. Check that out, folks. Right there, our very first coyote. I was actually thinking about pulling this trap today, to be honest with you, but check that out. Just a beautiful coyote. Looks like we got a good catch on him too. Got that whole foot in there. He's not going anywhere. And got us a nice dirt circle here. So that's going to be perfect for setting the trap again and hopefully catch another one of these guys. All right, we're walking back to check this other one while John is getting the peacemaker. And something has been here too. Check that out, folks. We have some of our wool that's spread around all over the ground. And we even have some coyote scat right there that someone has left. I did not place that out, but I'm just going to leave that be because that's exactly what we want. I was coming today to pull the one where the coyote is right now. Thank God I didn't get to do that. That actually happened with the fox as well. I was going to pull that snare the exact same day. We caught one. So you got to leave those traps out there. Leave them be. I haven't messed with this trap in a very long time. He's a little bit further back than the fox was as far as getting my chickens, but he's still definitely a threat. We have a ton of these guys back here as well. Even if you don't have any like farm animals or anything like that, these guys are a huge threat to like populations of turkeys, pretty much anything wildlife. These guys are invasive, not good animals to have around. So it's much needed to trap these, hunt these, do what you got to do to get rid of as many of these guys as possible. Probably go for a lung shot. We're thinking about maybe mounting him just because he's our first one, but I don't know. I'm already mounting a fox, so that's to be determined. But one last look at him. Beautiful animal. It's just unfortunate. These guys are very not good for the ecosystem, so we're going to do our part here. All right, the deed has been done. We're going to get him out of this trap, and we're going to reset the trap because resets, a lot of times, supposedly, I've never caught one before, are the best time to catch a coyote. So we're going to reset it today. Maybe catch one tomorrow. I don't know. We've definitely got some action going on back here. We've left these traps alone. I think that's the recipe. All right, while he is getting his wiggles out, we are going to rebait this right here. We have had a lot of action right here. We've had more action on this one than we have the other one. Trap is right here. It's sunk in a little bit, but we've had a lot of action there. I think some stuff has probably just come in and messed with it. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not fooling with it. Right here's the trap. Old MB 550. Got him right there on the pads. He was not getting out. There's his foot. Got a little blood on there. Probably mostly from rubbing. All right, we're getting this thing reset. Our pan cover. Put that back on. You guys probably know the drill. Trapper J's all predator. Heard good things about this stuff. I don't think we're going to put any lure out or anything like that because our friends already took dumps and peed and done everything we need to do here. And guys, in case this day couldn't get any better, we have 3 eggs 3 eggs in the chicken coop. This is the first time my chickens have ever laid eggs. They're the green ones too. I'm pretty sure that's the Welsumers that are laying these eggs. I'm not sure exactly which one that is. I think it's those right there. I'm not sure. I'm jacked right now. I am jacked right now. We have put a lot of work into these things. We have tried cat food. We have put the premium food in there. We have done everything that we could possibly do. We got eggs. Oh yeah. All right, everybody, we got him right here. And I'll tell you what, I think it's a female actually. Yep, female. So I think we're going to mount him. So what I'm thinking, I don't want like a full body mount because I got the fox I'm gonna do that with. I think I'm just gonna do the head thing and then like where they roll up the fur. I'm undecided. So we're gonna put this guy in the freezer. Much as I would love to eat him, we will eat another one. Next fox we catch, next coyote we catch, we're eating them. Plain and simple. Unless it's a gray fox. I do want a gray fox. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you have, make sure to hit the like, subscribe, turn on bell notifications. We'll catch you on the next one.